Before signing up, she was doing 50 million. And then after signing up, 18 months later, she was then doing 200 million.
Right, you also established the Supply Chain Society Malaysia. At what point do you realize that building a successful company isn't just about how profitable it is, but you also wanted to help to build the industry?
Even today, I look at it. Sincerely, honestly, even today, I look at our warehouse management system. I believe it's a miracle. If you ask me to, we look at problems that we are very passionate in solving. Right? In solving those problems, we were being rewarded with money. I think that is a better business for me. So I'm enjoying myself every day. I don't feel that this is a job. I feel that this for me is quite enjoying. So the way we architect our applications is that at those times, we don't have to worry about it. The back end auto scale, and then after that auto unscale. So it doesn't waste money. Auto scale when you need it, auto unscale when it's not needed.
Okay, so today we are very happy to have Mr. Aw from AC2 Wave, our warehouse management system. So as mentioned, this is a podcast series where we'll be interviewing the top 50 CEOs in Malaysia and Singapore, and we will be learning inspiring stories from them, and hopefully it inspire you all and we all to continue on our business journey and grow together. So welcome, Mr. Aw.
Thank you. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah. So for those that don't know you, do you mind to introduce yourself?
Sure. So I talk briefly about warehouse management system, AC2. So we started about maybe 14-15 years ago. We started from Singapore first. So since then, Singapore became our HQ. And then a year plus later, we expand to Malaysia. Then subsequently, we have Thailand, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. What we do, we also have a small office in Taiwan, but not very active. So usually our active place is Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Hong Kong. We are very active here. What we do is, when we first start up our company, we always wanted to build a product, a warehouse management system, because we have been doing warehouse management system for many years. But when we first started our organization, we know that in order to build a product, it's not as straightforward as building a program. Building a program is relatively easier. If we build a project, then it's easy. But if you want to build a product, then it takes a lot of effort, time, and a lot of details in product development. So what we have done is so AC, I'm jumping in and out.
Right,
so
yes.
AC stands for ahead of the curve. So AC square, so we have a formula like that. So AC square means we help our customer to stay ahead of the curve. Now, the wave, so our company have a wave at the back. Wave is a product name. So when we first start up, establish our company, we already know that we want to build a product. And we already name our product Wave, W-A-V-E, Wave. So our product is Wave Warehouse Management System. And in front we put a brand, AC2. Now, because over the years we realized it's difficult to, when people look at our organization, when we register the organization, we cannot have that square thing. So it has to be 2. So when people pronounce, then they start saying AC2. So to avoid confusion, we start saying that initially we put all AC square. But then at the end we decided, okay, let's just call it AC2. That is the history of it. But for the first few years, we very much focus on representing products. So we represent some very high-end, world-class warehouse management system from the USA. And then we use that time to build enough fund. To build a product, we need a lot of money. So we build enough fund and then channel back the fund to do the product developments. So we right now today we are a SaaS company, SaaS, or transition into a SaaS company. We entered the market with our own product about 3 years ago. It's a SaaS-based product. It's cloud native, totally what we call it serverless architecture. Right. So at the back we no longer has a server at the back. The advantage is that you are now, because we are hooking on hyperscaler, so we can our system can scale. We call it elastic, can scale and scale based on the demand of the market.
Right.
So as an example, I like to do a lot of sometimes I am a bit funny, so sometimes I like to do all the very people very worried time, 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 all the time, they don't know
the e-commerce
thing. right?
E-commerce
So
space, yeah.
so that time I like to go to a coffee shop and have a coffee and chat with our customer lah. And the reason why we can do that is because we are on a hyper scaling architecture. So when the volume is high, all this volume usually they are 3 times, 4 times higher than normal volume. So the way we architect our applications is that at those times we don't have to worry about it. The back end auto scale, and then after that auto unscale. So it doesn't waste money.
Right.
Auto scale when you need it, auto unscale when it's not needed.
Okay,
Right.
so you would say this is the uniqueness of AC2 Wave.
One of the very special way we architect the system. So when we first talk about cloud native, couple of years ago when we developing, we are not entering the market yet. So we start talking about cloud native because we are building on cloud native, and a lot of people don't understand what is cloud native.
Right.
A lot of people just thought that a cloud WMS is all the same. So in the market, 99% of the applications out there are what we call cloud hosting. That means they find a place, whether it's Amazon, Alibaba, or Microsoft. They have a virtualized server there, right? They put their application there, and then they have a database there. That is cloud hosting. Cloud native means natively we are born in the cloud. So we don't really have this. We don't have this thing called 32 gig memory. 100. So your maximum is there. You after that you cannot scale anymore. So ours is because hyper scaling. We do a lot of microservices. So from what we can see, we can actually scale substantially.
Right. Okay. I'm just curious. Maybe we pull back to the founding story a bit. Like, there's so many warehouse management system and related services. Why did you choose this problem to solve?
When I first started and have a very meaningful project is the time that there's this project called e-Perolehan. Right now, I think the company is still there. So I was involved there. I did the digital signature. I was one of the subcommittee of Digital Signature Act 1997. From there, because we need to interact, at that time it's about 30,000 suppliers. So whoever want to do business with the government, they have to go through this e-Perolehan portal. Right? So we need to interact with them. And at that time, you can imagine in 1997, 98 at that time, internet is a very funny thing. Nobody knows what is internet. So we have funny story lah. We have people from Terengganu, Kelantan, all the supplier, very very good supplier, came to the office in Cyberjaya, and then we were as a standard operating procedure. Then we will write a URL address and say that look go to here and then register and things like that lah.
Right.
So we have a couple of incidents that the guy go out, and then after a while he come back and then bring another guy with him, and then ask the person that in charge and say, look, can you gently tell my driver how to go to this address?
Right.
That is the true story in 97, 98 when we start pushing it lah. But because of that experience that I have, I noticed that in Malaysia there's a lot of big organization, very fast moving organization. They lack warehouse management. They lack visibility of their inventory. So from there, I start getting a bit of interest, have a bit of interest in this supply chain era or this area. And then since then, luck, also a luck lah. I managed to somehow meet my current partner. His name is Clement Yu lah. He's from Singapore. He was then the Manhattan Associate Warehouse Management System Implementer Director in Asia. He was so I spoke to him, and then we signed up to represent the product. So I know the product very well, and he was supporting me. And then we get along quite well. And then after I think about 10 years later, we decided to set up AC2.
Right. Okay.
That's where it came from.
I see. And you also mentioned that it took you about 7 years, is it, to develop the product?
It took us about 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
10 years. 3 years of the initial 3 years was really slow because when we develop a product and when we are doing implementation at the same time, the priority is always given to the customer. So my times are always at the customer end.
Right.
So it took us a while. The development is quite slow at that time. It started accelerating during pandemic because we got nothing else to do. Too much energy.
Right.
So we stay at home, and then all the time saving that we have for traveling, for talking to people, we suddenly have a lot of time.
Right.
And that is the time that it accelerated the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Then why is this problem important enough for both of you to solve? Like,
Warehouse is a very interesting thing. We have so a lot of people ask, how can I be able to scale my business if if my business involve inventory, whether it's trading, I buy and sell, or I manufacture and then sell and then distribute. It doesn't matter which one. In Malaysia, Malaysia has a very, very strong trading culture. We are very good in trading. So we buy, and then sometimes we add value, and then we sell. Every time a lot of people say that why I cannot scale, especially recently there's a lot of e-commerce player, e-commerce who businesses want to expand in e-commerce. They always hit a threshold. Every time they try to scale, they will stop there. They can have a bit of growth, but then they always being pulled back. We have a customer, Christine. She last year she was in our event. She was, before signing up us, she was doing 50 million, and then after signing up us 18 months later, she was then doing 200 million. Right? So the formula, 4 times. The formula is actually quite straightforward. It's a very easy concept. You have orders, you fulfill the orders on time, on budget. If you can do that consistently, your business will grow in a speed that you might not be able to imagine, right? But this is very easy to say. I have order, I then deliver on time, on budget. Don't pick correctly on time, on budget, and send it accurately. So make happy customer. Right? If you can do that, it's a very simple thing. If you can do that, then your volume will grow. Right? So I think at that time, as an example of Christine, she was having problem of fulfilling her order. She can actually get a lot of orders, but she don't have confidence to grow because the fulfillment side give her a bit of headache at that time. So that's why I think she also took some time to evaluate us, really go into details, and since I'm quite blessed in a way that I'm part of her growing journey. She has done a lot. We are just one part of it, one small part of it. And I see her grow. The way I see her grow, I'm actually quite impressed with her. It's a good inspiration for everybody.
And it actually shows how powerful AC2 Wave is, right?
Well, we are quite proud about our warehouse management system now. So we focus only on warehouse management system. We don't do anything else. And we are quite good at it now. We are very good at this. So this is something that we have a lot of passion. We like to solve a lot of issues. We like to solve problems. And sometimes we have a lot of best practices because a group of us came from all the high-end warehouse management system. We do have that background. We know what volume means. A lot of people don't understand when they say a lot of volume. They don't understand. They cannot imagine when we say volume. What does it mean? It means a lot of things. It means not just your inventory, your movement, physical movement, your product, how your hardware can cater for it. In this case, for us right now is how our software can cater for the whole thing with the hyperscaling.
And just now you mentioned the high-end warehouse management system. What differentiates high-end and normal or the low-end?
So I take ourselves as an example. We believe that at this point of time, see, many years back, people accept a reality as I buy a software, the software get old, and then I have to somehow upgrade it, right? And then repeat. So a few years later, it get older, and then we have to repeat the whole thing again. So a lot of people get into this reality. They think that this is norm. When you have a bigger project, when you do upgrade, the upgrade become bigger also. And when it's a bigger project, bigger budget, then the risk become bigger also. So it's in proportion. And when that upgrades happen, the traditional way of doing it is you then will have a steering committee, You not only the software have to upgrade, you have to get a few people, all your department heads, people that key user of that system, and then go through all the testing, because your new version might not be compatible with the old version of certain procedure or SOP that you are doing right now, or sometimes you have done some customizations. So that become a norm thing in the industry. So we think differently. So when is the last time you know about when Netflix upgrade? When is the last time you know about Gmail upgrades? You don't know.
Right.
Frankly, you don't care. Right? As long as I press the button, I can use it, right?
Yeah.
So enterprise software, we believe as of now, we are answering that challenge. So our system be able to auto upgrades right now, no matter how many, we call it touch point. So a person might be linked to at their SAP or Microsoft ERP. They might have a lot, we call touch point integration. At the same time, they might also have integration with all the, for example, e-commerce or carrier, right? Ninja Van, J&T, and so on and so forth. And when you upgrade at time, everybody very worried, because what if it doesn't work? So on our platform, we do auto upgrade. No human being need to do any testing. We guarantee the upgrades will work. Anything that you have, integration that you have, we guarantee everything will be intact. Right. So because we are on cloud native, therefore we can do things like that. Of course, we do have a lot of testing at the back. Just that it's not done by human. Right. We have a lot of agent running tests. So as we speak, testing is constantly happening at the same time right now. Therefore, we can be very sure that our platform is very stable in that sense. So we right now, because of these auto upgrades, we also upgrade quite frequently. Sometimes people misunderstand us. So there are people think that a system that can do auto upgrade, that system must be very simple. Then only you can do things like that. I can assure you, when it comes to warehouse management system, the way we can simplify complex operation and the way that we can support complex operations is far more superior than anything else that we have seen before, because we all came from, we believe we have a very, our domain knowledge is very deep when it comes to warehouse management system.
Right. But for layman people, like the layman people like looking to upgrade their warehouse or just starting out to plan for their first warehouse, how would they know which warehouse management system to use?
It's difficult because, so for our platform, we want to ensure that the next upgrades of our customer will be their last upgrades. That means once they are on our platform, the system keep evolving, keep upgrading itself, evolve, so we grow together. Right. So for us, it's single version. Everybody use the same version, and we have people like Mydin using our system. We have Christine using our system. Ninja Van, those are all our customer, and they have a lot of volume. Their volume is big, and we constantly upgrades, and they don't have to do anything, right? And the way we upgrade is also quite advanced already right now. We are able to, this second is old version, next second is new version, and we don't even need to shut down anymore. Yeah, we can do that already. Now, of course, a lot of people didn't know that this is possible. It is possible right now, and we have already, we have been doing that already. Right? When people evaluating warehouse management system, it's not easy for them also because there are plenty of them out there right now. So you have to maybe look at the track record of the person, and also sometimes you have to know what you want. There is nothing wrong to do at a lower cost. Nothing wrong getting another system that can fit your requirements as of now, knowing that you later, when your business grow, you go to a better platform. There is nothing wrong with that strategy. It's just that you need to be aware of that strategy that you are putting in. So you might say that, look, right now I am testing water. Maybe I just get a small one, try out first. When I know that the business can, I can grow until a certain size, then I upgrade, right? So that is okay, perfectly also okay also. But our value proposition to our customer is that when you plan for your next major upgrades, look at us, have a look at us, talk to us, and then hopefully we can help you to make sure that your next upgrade will be your last upgrades.
And to grow together, right? And you mentioned that it took you guys 10 years to develop the product. What were the problems that people don't get to see? Like
Developing?
Yes.
Product development is so difficult. Unlike project, a project you do one time and then you give it to the customer, then it stays stagnant. Not itchy, don't scratch lah, they say lah. So you don't try to do anything at all until many years later, either your hardware is not working already, or a lot of new capability of software, you don't have it anymore, and you can't really evolve your business. You can't grow your business because business is so dynamic right now. It's getting more dynamic right now, because anytime that we might have a new idea people come up with, and quickly out for us, because we service so many customers, all the new idea come in, the moment we develop and make it available, everybody get the feature.
Yeah.
So if there is a new requirements coming that their business want to embark on, immediately it's just a switches lah. You can just switch it on, then you get a feature already. So if you are doing projects, you just imagine if you have just 20 customers, then you have 20 versions. To manage that 20 version, how many people you need? Then every version bugs are different. Just because you fix this bug doesn't mean that you can apply the same way to that version, because you have different version. So we come from that era, we know the problems that this type of architecture has. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's a traditional way of architecting your applications. And we are a bit fortunate when we develop our software, we already have people asking us to look at developing it in a different way. Don't use the traditional way.
Right. Okay.
Helps a lot.
Right. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Like looking back, okay, this question is a bit different because it's like looking back, do you think you took like 10 years to more time was spent on developing the product or developing the founders who can eventually create one of the top warehouse management system?
You see, even today I look at it, sincerely, honestly, even today I look at it, I look at our warehouse management system, I believe it's a miracle. If you ask me today to go back and redo everything again, it's very challenging. For me, even someone that has done it before. In order to develop a software like this, you need to have a lot of elements, and obviously the right people, the right skill set, and also the right leaderships, and also you need to have enough time, right? Because all the details, the devils are in the details. In product developments, there are huge level of details that we have to go through, and because when we first want to develop our product, when we found our company, we have already decided we do not want to create just yet another WMS. That is always inside us already. If I want to build something, I don't want to build just another WMS and just normal. So we want to build something very high end, and that type of standard is very difficult to keep up to. As an example, when we build our products, we do not use just what we call as verbally. Like for example, we have a discussion, verbal discussion, after that you go and build. We don't do that at all. Every single thing that we have done, we have documentations. So we have design documentation, we have screen documentations, we have functional documentations. That is a lot of effort. But if we can follow this, right, the product output is very nice, because then your design is governing how the programmer program things, right? And so we go through that, and it's a blessing also. It's a miracle also for us to have this product, in my opinion, sincerely.
Right. Yeah. And that's very inspiring, because I find you set high standard for yourself, and when you're able to hit it, it's very fulfilling.
It's very fulfilling, and it's very, like, we have a lot of passion in it.
Right.
So every time we talk about our product, you see, if I compare product that we carry for many years and the product that we have. One of the very fulfilling experience is this. When there's a bugs, we fix the bugs. We do not need long email, long justifications for people to fix the bugs. So sometimes we do have incidents when we carry other people's products. When we say it's a bug, then the argument come in and say that look, that is not a bug, it's by design. Right? We do have that type of a lot of this type of incidents. So when we have our own product, we have full control of it. If it's a bug, just fix the bug, then move on. Right? So we are in a way quite happy with this approach. So a lot of people say, look, actually, for me, I'm enjoying myself every day. I don't feel that this is a job. I feel that this for me is quite enjoying. Right?
Wow.
Right? And because we are solving problem, we are solving difficult problem every day. And when we manage to solve it, when we manage to go live, when we see the customer enjoying the software, it's very fulfilling. So we always say, when customer buy a warehouse management system from AC2, we are not delivering a warehouse management system to them. They buy a WMS from us, we are not delivering a WMS to them. What we are delivering is an exceptional warehouse operations experience. That's what we are delivering.
Okay. Yeah, and it's what helps them to grow without worrying.
Yeah. So they have a peace of mind, they focus in growing their business. This part, let us take care, and we are very good at it.
Right. Were there like decisions that was hard to make, but you were glad that you make it, like in this AC2 Wave journey? There's always internal, and there's always external. When it's internal, that time we are glad that we don't want this incident to happen again, but we are the beneficial from pandemic, right? And because when pandemic hits, all of us have a chance to really sit down and really have a lot of free times. Then we really can focus on developing our product and luckily, if pandemic happened 10 years before, I don't think we can do it also, because the technology is not available at that time. So now at that time we use Zoom a lot. When we start using Zoom, Microsoft Teams is not even available yet. So we use a lot of Zoom, and then there's another software called WebEx. So old timer know, new timer don't know about what is WebEx. So we have all these remote meeting technology that enable us to have meetings whereby we are so remotely away, and be able to set certain operating procedure for ourselves to do that. So internally we did something that helped us to grow our business and focus in developing this capability. Externally, it's always these funny things, because we always classify our customer into 4 categories. So when we look at our customer at that time, this is the way we look at it. I don't know whether it will apply to all businesses or not. So we look at it as we always have 4 types, and the top 3 types contribute maybe 99% The last part contribute very little, but it's the one that we have to be very aware of. So we always look at it, and we use all the animals or living creatures in the sea as an example. So the first type is called a whale, very big organization. They can swim very fast. They give you a lot of pressure, a lot of demand, positive, reasonable demand. So we are able to take that and then make them our customer. Right? So a big customer like Mighty, those are big customers that we are very fortunate that they like us, that we have a relationship with them. The second type is what we call dolphin. They can swim very fast. They might look not as big as the whale right now, but because they are very agile, they inspire to grow into a big organization. So those are our good customers. Christine is one of the examples. I think she's a very agile dolphin in that sense. Right.
And then we have what we call a school of fish. They are SME or maybe not even M, smaller fish or fishes out there, different categories. We might not be able to get all of them because sometimes our platform is a bit high end. So to them maybe they look at it, they might not be able to recognize the value if they just purely look at dollar and cents. So it's our job to let them know our value, and it's also correct to see whether they can receive that value or not, because not every organization immediately can receive those value. So that's why I say it's perfectly fine but you need to be aware that there's this value, and it's perfectly fine for you to know that there's this such values there, but don't touch it yet. Go something else first, or test water first. And then, so these are all these three categories contribute 99% of our customers, or the encounter of customers. The last one is the one that I always think that we have to be a bit careful of. The last one is what I name it as leeches. So leeches are the one that usually they are very small, but if you are not careful about it, and this category very minimum in the industry, maybe 0.01% of them have this. But we throughout my years I did encounter one or two. So we have to be very aware of their company that sorry, I named them leeches that they will come and then they might look at your organization and start writing on the organizations. So we call it leeches because it's sub-plug. That's how we classify it. But we are a bit fortunate. We are very fortunate and blessed that we don't really encounter them at all. Most of the time when because the category itself were not only you won't make any money out of it, that's for sure. And that is okay. But it will stop your growth. Because then you have spent so much attention into it, and they might have all sorts of different requirements that come in. So for us, because we want to grow, of course we want to be productive. Everybody want to be productive. So we have to be careful about things like that. So when we feel that there's something like that, we have to have the decision bold decision to walk away from it. It's always not easy because it's so difficult to get a lead. You spend so much effort to get a lead. You spend so much effort in the sales cycle, doing all the presentations, everything, and so much effort negotiating and all those things. At the end, you have to walk away from it. Right? But we did. We did walk away a few incidents that we did walk away.
Seems like not all deals are worth pursuing.
For us. I don't know about others. For us, sincerely, that is how we approach the market.
Right. Okay. And I find it pretty inspiring that you are working with all the big volume players like Maidina, Christine, and all that. Do you have a business philosophy that you can share? How are you able to get big clients?
So I look at it. When you look at internet right now, sometimes I also think that internet has been a bit polluted in the sense that. So we do have people that come out and say that, look, what is the purpose of a business? So we need to define the purpose of the business, and a lot of people define it, in my opinion, very wrongly. They think that the whole purpose of the business is to make money. So making money is priority. Now, nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that's the main priority. So if you inspire to say that I want to make money, therefore I set up a business, I think that might be later on lead you to a wrong path. Because, for example, willing buyer, willing seller. A lot of people like to use this word to justify a lot of things. Willing buyer, willing seller. All the scam out there is always willing buyer, willing seller. Right. So I think we define business objective as this. We look at problems that we are very passionate in solving, right? In solving those problems, we were being rewarded with money. I think that is a better business objective. So the first thing must be you are here to solve certain problems. In the process of doing it, and the outcome of it is that you receive money from the problem you solve. I think that is a better definition of the purpose of a business. Right.
But that also means that you must fall in love with the problem enough to make you want to dedicate your career to that.
Yeah. That is the number one thing. If you are not happy with what you are doing, like warehouse management system, this rice, so-called, this food is not for everybody. Not everybody. When you look at warehouse operation, it's very complex. If a person dislike logic, dislike complex logic, this one might not be suitable. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are not good. They are just like some people can sing, some people can dance, some people can swim. It's just that we all, as an individual, we have different attributes. We have different strength. Our strength is in warehouse management system. Our strength might not be in selling other things or doing other things. So the reason why we are good, and this applies to everybody, I think, you must love the thing, therefore you become good. You must love basketball, therefore you become a very good basketball player. You must love swimming, therefore you try to swim a lot and you become a very good swimmer. For us, we just love our job, therefore we are very good at warehouse management system.
Right. Okay. While developing this warehouse management system, do you have any blind spots that you observe, like all these warehouse operators or owners usually have that they may not be aware of?
The blind spot is always this. For a warehouse manager to be able to evaluate a system, sometimes that person, so I always, number of years of working does not necessarily equal to how good your domain knowledge is. I think especially right now in this era, so we do have encounter some prospect that they might not have enough experience to look at our system. And it's a very funny thing also, I look at, we just recently did analysis of all our customers. And surprisingly enough, our customers are, all our customers are those people that inspire to go to the next level. So they want to grow. They are very hungry in growing. And they look at us, our system is very sexy for this type of customer. Other customers, some other customers, and nothing wrong with that also, some other customers, they are very big already. They just said, look, I don't want to grow anymore. I have enough headache. I want to solve my headache first. Usually when they look at us, maybe we are not so sexy. So I just, it's very funny one. We just only last week, we just go through all our customer list and look at it. Our customers are always those customers that want to go to the next level. And they want to go to the next level fast. Then they look at us, oh, quite sexy.
Do you think this mirror what AC2 is going through as well? Because I feel that AC2 is also like want to like grow bigger.
Yeah, right? we always we're always inspired by a lot of good organizations that manage to make a name out of it. We want to grow as well. We believe with whatever we have right now, we are quite good. We are quite good in terms of feature, functions, and back-end infrastructure. The growing journey is always difficult. It's always not easy because a customer might not see our value. That also means that we, at our end, we fail to somehow bring our value or articulate our value to them. Right? So I look at it, the fault is always at our end. During the sales cycle or during the coffee talks, do we manage to really convince them or tell them the values? If they really receive those value and know that value and at the end not selecting us, that is fine, completely fine, because as I say, nothing wrong with that as well. They could have find something and they want to start with that first, or they could have other strategy, but at least know our values. So whether we are able to articulate that value to them or not, that become very crucial at our end. And hopefully with all this effort that we have put in place, we can grow. We are also in the growing stage. We hope we can grow. We inspire to grow, and we inspire to bring our solution, software and technology, and to help our customers.
Right. with so many, like you mentioned, maybe pre-COVID time, we are not so worried because maybe tech wasn't that advanced yet. But now things are changing so fast with AI agent, and all that. How are you and your team tackling this, and stay ahead of time and ensure that you stay on the philosophy of staying ahead of the curve, right?
Before pre-pandemic, it wasn't because the technology is not advanced. The technologies are always at a different era. So when we look at certain advancement of how software is being written, how hardware is being delivered to us, how we can recognize the value of the hardware. You remember many years ago during the 90s, hardware is being measured by numbers. CPU speed, right, 1.33 megahertz, 2.33, all those things become the selling point of it. Software is by function at that time. In this era, we think the whole thing is being reshuffled right now. The hardware, if you are having a WMS, people expect certain feature you already have. But because Malaysia is an emerging market, so sometimes just by saying you have that feature, sometimes doesn't equal to you really have that feature, right? We do see some customer complaining about the software they bought. They say they can track certain location. Right. The software did have a location, but is there for the marketing purposes, not there really producing the actual functions. We do see things like that, but in an emerging market, expect that to happen. Right? But we don't have to complain. Just know that it's going to happen. Now, but because of the way that technology has moved, the way that AI has emerged, actually today the AI understands us a lot. AI also understands our software a lot. So sometimes I'm a bit surprised that AI can answer certain things without us actually purposely train them. I don't know how they get the information. Sometimes it's a bit surprised they got certain things correct. So we look at the era before, what we call three-tier architectures, and then we have client-server architecture, and then slowly evolve into a cloud-native. Now, if you look at cloud-native, even today, I think 80% of the application out there in the market is still not cloud-native yet. Now, we think that there are more people moving their application to cloud-native, but this journey not easy. This journey will take a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of tuition fees. You have to burn some money to learn a lot of things. But as of this happening right now, then you have AI coming in, right? For us, it's exciting. We don't look at this as a burden, because I think we ourselves are quite happily playing with technology. Right. That's why I say when the work become an enjoyment, you don't look at the work as work. You look at the work more like a hobby. And then you really enjoy it. So, and when you really enjoy it, it's very easy for us to stay ahead, because we like it so much. Every time there's some new thing, I can tell you all the AI, I probably have tested most of it. Right. The certain thing that we like one, there's a lot. But the major one, when people say, hey, you have this one, then we will go and test it and see the performance of it. And also because our platform is also so everybody will say that their platform has certain AI, right? And which is correct, which is whatever things that you have right now, you must have certain AI elements. So when AI come out, everybody build AI as an add-on. So sometimes they like to use this word called plus AI. The industry like to use this terms called plus AI. That means your product or whatever things that you are doing, you add element of AIs, and then AI become a add-on. We did that as well, so we do have something like that. But our thought processing, our philosophy is always, how can we make AI? We have cloud native. Our solution is cloud native. Right. How can we make AI native in our solution? And because AI improves so much over the months, not over the years. Every few months we have something new. So we are also learning that a lot, and we are also quite into it. And we believe we don't have to doubt it. AI will be part of us.
Yes.
We seriously don't have to doubt that.
Yeah.
And it will be part of the applications, starting from the top tier application first. Right?
Starting with the top tier application first, not the mid or lower.
No, because top tier people have more funding that they can play with a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm not saying media one don't good. We are also media. We also inspire, look at how top tier people can apply AIs and can make AI native. We look at their use case and then we try to make it better. And sometimes because mid-tier, we are very agile. Top tier sometimes slower. But top tier has a lot of fun. Right? So they can experience a lot of things, and then maybe we are beneficial of it. We look at all the things they have done, then see what they have selected. And of course we have to look at whether whatever things that they have selected apply to us or not. Right? And we're also very fortunate in our industry, our ecosystem is quite strong. So we do have a lot of AI players talk to us, tell us what they have done, and these are all top AI players in the world. They represent a lot of good AI products out there, and they are very willing to share with us. So in a way, we are very blessed that we have a lot of very, very successful people surround us and don't mind sharing with us all their secrets and the pros and cons on each of the AIs.
Yeah, and things and information nowadays are getting more and more transparent anyway, right?
It gets more transparent, and it also get a lot. We get a lot of polluted information. So, for example, I like to use this term. I think you can even AI. I think you can do that right now. If you do search learnings, for example, you say, okay, give me the top warehouse management system in Malaysia that I want to evaluate. Then you comma, don't full stop, comma, filter away all the SEO polluted result and see what happens.
Wow, interesting.
So AI somehow can know that, okay, this, because, and we Google work in a way that a lot of people like to do SEO now.
Yeah.
And you know, to do SEO, they try to think of funny way of beating the system so they can stay ahead.
Yes.
So they can rank number 1, number 2 on top 10. And they use a way to build backlink, this, that. And surprisingly, AI know that.
That's good.
Right. So that's why a lot of times I think the search engine will not be replaced, but search engine will evolve. Right? It will evolve to a time that is a bit more intelligent. They can give you certain result based on your preference. Right?
Okay.
You can try that.
Yeah. That's an interesting tip. Yeah, we should un-SEO. Right. So, and you also mentioned that one of your goal, I think, is from one of your posts as well. Like one of your goal is to make sure that every upgrade is almost invisible to your customer. Where does this philosophy come from?
Actually, we want to do that for many years already. It's just that not every time we are software. So we build our software on a platform. That platform itself has to be strong enough for us to be able to do something smart like this. Right? So we do use a lot of technology at the back, but in the first place, those technology must be available first. So many years ago, it wasn't there. And when it first came out and we first heard about it, we did a lot of experiments on it, and we did a lot of testing on it to make sure we select the right components that fit into this vision that we want. Today we are doing that. We no longer need to, because last time every time there's a software, there is, because everybody using a single version, single instance. So if there is a bug, it's a very scary thing, because when one customer have this bug apply to every single customer they have on our platform. So if it's a very serious bug, we have to call everybody. Say, sorry, tonight we need half an hour of your time or 1 hour of your time. We need to shut down and then apply the fixes. So give us 1 hour. And as I said, we are always very fortunate. Our customers usually are very understanding. They know we are solving a problem, and we try to avoid bugs for them as well. But knowing that some customer that we have, they run 24 hours. So to them at night is they need the software to be there so that they can pick. So 1 hour of no peak activities is a lot of time, a lot of time wasted. So I still remember we have to call everybody. Can you imagine you have 100 customers, you have to call every 100 customers to say that. So today we don't even need to do that anymore. If it's a bug fix, we can even deploy it now. This second is old version, next second new version. Yeah. But that is also because the back end, there's a lot of technology. If we allow us to do that, obviously we have to make use of that. We have to write certain smart codes to enable us to do that. Seamless upgrade is no longer a dream. It's a reality right now. You just have to know which software you want to get.
Right, okay. Could you share a story that reminds you like why AC2 exists? Like a client story?
So when we look at high-end warehouse management system, after a while, we believe we have a lot of ideas. As our ideas are not accepted by the R&D of our principal at that time. So sometimes we also have to write very long story and tell them, recognize that Southeast Asia is a very small market for them. Now, we are the faster growing market, but that doesn't necessarily mean that our market is big. Our market is very small, right? So to them, what is 1 million? Nothing, right? So our voice usually, they don't hear it. They did not hear our voice. Whatever enhancement or we believe good idea, they will not take it seriously. So from there we always inspire. Why not we create our own, put in all these things together? But it's always, the difficult part is always how to make it a product, not a project. It's always very easy to do a project.
Yes.
I would say like it's very easy to write a software and make the software run and then deploy for one customer. That's always very easy. The difficult part is always how do you scale? How do you be able to replicate that and then apply to every single customer that you have, right? And therefore you can grow. If not, you can't grow, right? And to overcome that challenge itself for us is sweet enough to overcome, to take on the challenge and see what happens. Right? And obviously, we when we look at logistic problem or warehouse problem, we like solving those problems. We believe, obviously, for us, some of us also a bit of ego, we believe we can solve that problem, and we believe we can solve it smarter, right? And with that passion and ego is always a fine line, right? So you go passion a bit here too hard, then you become ego. So hopefully we are at that passion part.
True. Do you have a client where their story and then like before they use AC2 Wave and after they use the transformation is very inspiring?
I think Christy is one of them.
Okay.
Maidin is also one of them. Maidin, actually they face similar problems.
Also the growth bottleneck issue.
And I think actually coincidentally face similar issue, and in the previous software also they use the same software. So when you reach a certain orders number of orders, it just stay there. So you can't grow anymore. You just have orders you cannot fulfill, and you have a lot of unhappy customers. So your confidence is not there.
Right.
Your confidence of growth is not there.
Okay, I see. Okay. Beyond AC2, right, you also established the Supply Chain Society Malaysia. At what point do you realize that building a successful company isn't just about how profitable it is, but you also wanted to help to build the industry?
I look at myself. I look at how AC2 for the last 14-15 years, we are always blessed that we have a group of very successful people around us, coaching us, teaching us, helping us. We believe such ecosystem is necessary. And when we look at Malaysia in terms of supply chain ecosystem, there isn't a lot. You need money and things like that. So supply chain society Malaysia, SASM, is created not for a profit making. It's created purely because we have connection. We just get people together and then share ideas, share insights, share industry trends, and get everybody to know everybody. So therefore we want to remain it that way, right? And it's totally non-profit, 100% non-profit. We don't collect anything. We get people together, organize a meeting, and then introduce each other, help everybody expand their business. Also help us also because we know more people as well.
Right, yes. So thanks for sharing. And in your opinion, if Malaysia truly wants to reach the world-class supply chain and logistic hub level, what's the conversation that we should be having today and that we are not having yet?
I think Malaysia is doing very well. My opinion is from a logistic infrastructure point of view. Malaysia today compared 20 years ago, we have grown so much. The mindset has grown as well. We have a lot of professional in the warehouse. We have very good warehouse managers, supply chain managers out there. They gain a lot of, I think throughout the years, also they are very willing to learn. So they learn a lot. I see a lot of good, very successful people in our industry. What I think Malaysia have to do is maybe to have more dialogues with the policymaker. And I think policymakers has to somehow understand that certain things, certain policy that they make, maybe they can sit down and brainstorm with us, so we know that what are they trying to achieve. Policymakers always have an objective, and the objective is always, unlike a lot of people, they always think that it's a negative objective. My opinion is they always have a very positive objective, but implements those policy, sometimes they just have not, they didn't get a chance to hear voices. Therefore they can fine tune their policy. So hopefully there are more dialogues that we can have. I think everybody is very for Malaysia. So we all wanted the country to move, to go to a certain height, keep improving ourselves, keep raising the bars. I do hope that will happen more often.
Okay.
In business, we try not to talk about too much politics, but what we want, we cannot avoid that, because whatever the policy come down, it affect us. It will affect us. And hopefully I think the leaders are willing to listen, and maybe our voices are not strong enough to reach them yet.
Right. Okay. So we are down to our last two questions. I think this one is more like the legacy part. Like, what are you building today that you hope will matter even in 20 years to come?
I believe there's a lot of talent in Asia. Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Hong Kong, China, all these places, especially in a small country like us and Singapore. How can we inspire everybody, the next generation, the young generation, to say that, look, we can do it also. Now, it's very difficult also because we are also doing it right now. We know how difficult the journey is. We know how difficult when people look at us. We don't have certain branding that people, a lot of people perceive they have. For example, if you are a software company in US, just because you are a software company from US, then there are certain value people perceive you have already. In Malaysia, Singapore, and this part of the world, we haven't reached there yet. It's always good for people like Grab. They manage to list in Nasdaq. They make us proud in a way that they also help us to push Asia brands to the world. That is very good. We should have more people doing that, and I think there are more people doing that. And those really inspire us. We hope we can be a small part of it also, and the next generation will see that this is possible. You don't have to go anywhere else. You actually can do it here, right, from home.
Right.
Yeah.
And for home also.
For home as well. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thanks for sharing. I think that's very beautiful. And lastly, what's one mental model or belief that has quietly shaped how you make one of your life biggest decisions?
Be nice on. I mean, so we cannot just look at money as money only. A lot of people, as I say just now, a lot of people set out a company because they want to make money. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as I will want to solve your problem, but after solving your problem, I want to get paid well, right? And I think that philosophy guides us. Throughout the years, I think Clement is my partner also sharing the same philosophy. So I think we get along very well because we believe that it's okay to be demanding, as long as it's a reasonable demand. We can take those, no issue. It can be very hectic, that is fine. Warehouse management, the way the scope that we are having right now, or the things that we do right now, require us to always solve problems. So you just imagine, let's say you go to a warehouse, they haven't digitalized it for the last 20 years. They wanted to digitalize it. They will pour problems to you, and that problem is 20 years collective problems dumping to you. So you just have to know that you are here to solve the problem, and you have enough domain knowledge to solve all those problems. And every single warehouse will have some new problems that we have not seen. Right? We have not seen any warehouse. We have not seen two identical warehouses. There's always different problems to solve, different objectives that they want, different management style, different way of prioritizations. So I think it's more on that, and we have to be very passionate about it. If we don't have passion on this, as I say, it won't last too long for the person. So as a consultant, don't because you want to make money, then you come into this field. It's always about you like this field, and coming in return, if you solve the problem, you get paid, and hopefully get paid well.
Because from everything that we have shared so far, I see that AC2 Wave is not just a warehouse management system SaaS, because you guys have the expertise in also helping to solve warehouse related problems and really understand the owners and create customized solution.
In order to be effective, when we roll out our WMS, in order to be effective, the consultant themselves must equip with certain domain knowledge. If you don't have domain knowledge, WMS is not an IT project. Just because you know IT, or you know how to read APIs, doesn't make you a good consultant. A good consultant is always, you need to acquire knowledge, you need to passionate, you need to have a lot of passions in doing what you are doing right now. You need to take the problem and passion enough to solve the problem, and some problem can be very complex. So the challenge is always, how can you solve a problem, how can you simplify a complex problem? Many times we see people actually the other way around, complicate a simple problems. Right? So I think the challenge is always that, and there's always no fast rules about how you can achieve this. But end result is always whether the customer happy or not, whether we can help them to increase their throughputs, productivities. We have very good outcome actually. So I was just talking to Ninja Van use our system, and actually we published the case study as well. So one of the very nice comment they thought about us is this. They said last time before using us, they have to work until 8 o'clock, and a lot of the times after 8 o'clock they have to apply for OT to finish it. After using our system, 5 o'clock finish it. I used to joke, that doesn't necessarily mean that they will go back home on the dot. I think they will just go to happy hour.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Thanks for sharing with us today, Al.
Thank you very
thanks
much.
for infecting us with your passion. And it's very true. That's one of my main takeaway. In whatever that we do, we must have passion.
Yeah, passion is very, very important.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody.